Life is the bastard of chance and luck. One could script it into without illusion of choice or wisdom. Among an infinite sky full of long-dead ghosts simply existing is a miraculous accident that plays dice with the fate of those who possess existence. To know, to think, to feel, breathes into us the spoils of an ethereal lottery that, depending on circumstance prior to life, may privilege us with comfort or damn us with struggle. And so, life is chaos manufactured. We are shaped by the random setting where we are born, by the things we use. We are granted perspective through our place and time, and so, a source of happiness for some may only serve to hurt others. These places and these materials are a sponge for meaning. No air breathes through these, no thoughts, no passions, and yet they are given the gift of life by us, the ones randomly pulled into life. What life goes around to behold.
Come on, bear.
1994. Born into a humble home within a less so humble town. Early memories fade into nothing, only marked by home movies with riled sisters and overly patient parents, transporting me to a different time with different people. 8 years of early images and thoughts scattered into my mind. Perhaps children are simply better at remembering happier times than those of heartache.
My goodness. Looks like somebody left a bunch of presents in our room. Amber, put it down. Y'all go in there. Nobody said these was even for y'all.
When a true lifelong friend, one without judgment or cruelness, was met in 2002, it was then that I began to understand who I was. I always took to a pen or pencil during this time. Art was more than a hobby for 8-year-old me. It was my identity. To this day, I tried to hang on to the threads of that identity that once was. It has evolved, changed by circumstance of time and character. But to go back to that moment, when passion was an unyielding fountain, always ready for the next idea to be put to paper, without the self-censorship of scrutiny that adulthood is given, it would be hollowed. Life would continue this way for a while, placated by my friend and passion, using these tools as best a child can to cope with poverty, familial troubles, and fear of repeated violence. Soon, my mother met him, and so would begin a new chapter in a new place, offering to own memories to be built and life to be breathed into.
Finally cleaned off the land. Finally. That's what I was told. I don't know if it's a rose bush or not. I was told that it was a rose.
By 2004, we were somewhere new, freshly built. And till today, the walls, paint, and wood chip away with the experience of long and hot 7 years at a time. It was representation of everything he had brought with him from his homeland. The sing-song accent, of course, but the dedication to family, the values of hard work, and the virtue of questioning things around us. I miss him every day. I don't talk about him much, but I do think often. I think about the questions he implored us to ask, the scrutiny he placed into us as a tool against the tools of the chaotic existence. Funnily enough, these questions tend to create another joyous chaos. Here are some of the questions I would be afraid to ask without him. Can we harbor forgiveness without the truth of change? Can broken families be mended like gold from shattered pots? What does it mean to hate yourself? What does it mean to love yourself? Can anywhere you lay your head be home? Can pain and peace live in the same home? What if they're the same thing, but with a different face? Is God an answer to the randomness of life? Or is it just a comforting thought to help us cope? Will people care only of what is in your heart, or whom your heart desires? What happens to a person when they lose their innocence?
Floor 5, going down.
Pain can take so long to understand, so long to cope with. Even when you think you're doing the right thing to conquer it, the climb out can seem like an endless tunnel. I once thought that going into education would help me ignore, as art did in my youth. The cards stack much heavier when you age, though. Going back to school the moment I got out in 2013, I tried to fast-track myself down a path I thought was right. I even met someone I could consider another lifelong friend. Where was the problem? Sometimes the questions pile on too much. Sometimes we turn to our vices to try to douse that flame. When I first talked to her, I depended on it. I would turn to the drink to numb. I would drink, and I would go to my work off hours just to take up the restroom to vomit out my shame. The chaos of life ruled me. It wasn't just a drink. It was the pills, the long nights, and the waiting for things to change. When waiting failed me, I turned to faith, for it only to fail me as well. I had to become me again, for me alone. I was back home for 2 years. A long and difficult road, mired in lingering thoughts and selfish ideations. But I didn't wait anymore. I acted. I became me again. I met more good people down the line. People that I would do anything for, and who would breathe their own lives into my homes. And when I came back, I saw a place where I was comfortable in my hurt, too, left with it. Now a ghost of memories that won't be relived.
Faintly, I'll go to take this head on. Soon I'll come around. Lost and never found. Waiting for my words. Seen but never heard. Buried underground. But I'll keep coming.
These places have lives of their own, carried by the memories of those within them. They are alive as you or me, ignited by the flame of our touch. We don't often get to choose where we go, and we never get to choose where we start. But it's these places that shape us. It's what makes us human.
Dissolve. And make your heart proud.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell for more from Solo Studio.